Hey, this video is going to be for my guys that are going through a heartbreak right now that want their ex-girlfriend back. So if you're a guy watching this, and just to immediately weed out who should not watch this video, if you think an ex is an ex for a reason, and I've had a few people comment on my videos saying that, stop watching this video, bro. This is not for you. However, if you are somebody right now that your ex-girlfriend broke up with you, but she did not do anything malicious, such as cheating on you or talking shit behind your back, or if she did something that you would still like take her back for, then this is a video for you. But if this was a malicious girl, then I would, likely you wouldn't want her back anyways. Now, I will say this, if you're in a heartbreak right now watching this and it has not been, like, let's say it's been less than like 4 months, then yeah, you're likely going to want to take the girl back no matter what she did. But if it's been 5 months or more, then you're likely at a stage right now where if she comes back, great, but you're going to go out and start meeting other girls. So regardless, if your ex-girlfriend comes back in your life and you would play with the idea of getting her back, then this is going to be a video for you. Women break up with men for the most part, what I've identified, for 3 reasons. You either over pursued and acted like a woman, and this is what I think a majority of the cases are, and most men just don't know that they're doing it. 2, she doesn't feel heard and understood. So an example of this would be if multiple times throughout the relationship, your girlfriend, and I've heard this before, used to say things such as, "You're not listening to me." That's because she doesn't feel heard and understood. And then the third thing would be you got complacent. So an example of this would be if you guys live together and you only take your girl out on a date once a month, but before you guys moved in together, it was once a week. She's going to feel like you don't care. Let me cover number 2 and number 3 real fast, but the majority of this video is going to be about number 1. Learning to become more of a man and displaying more attractive behavior, because regardless of the reason, if we can get you to display more attractive behavior, she's going to feel more attracted to you. And then if your ex-girlfriend does come back in your life, you're going to be able to actually keep her long term, as opposed to maybe going on a date with her and then her being like, "Oh yeah, you definitely haven't changed. This was a terrible idea." And then you'll never hear from her again. So number 2, if she doesn't feel heard and understood, you just need to get better at listening skills. Most men don't understand this, but now you're going to. When a woman starts complaining about her problems, she does not want you to give her a solution. She just wants you to listen. If your girl's complaining and you don't know what to do, say this: "Hey babe, are you wanting to hear an opinion or do you want me to just listen?" And she will give you the answer. "No babe, I just want you to listen." "Okay, go ahead, talk. What's up?" That's all you got to do. If you're confused, just say that. "Do you want my opinion or do you want me to just listen?" And that will fix the problem of her not feeling heard and understood. Now, if you guys are getting into an argument where this happened to me, my girlfriend used to say, "You're not listening to me." And rightfully at that point in time, I was like, "Yeah, I'm not trying to, because you're not fucking listening to me." If you hear you're not listening to me, then you need to say something like, "Okay, well, what do you mean? Help me understand what you mean." You just got to start asking her questions and getting her to talk. So that means that you just have to work on better listening skills. Now, if she broke up with you because she feels like you don't care and you stop taking her out on dates, this one's simple. If she comes back around, then you just start taking her out on dates. I always say you should take your girlfriend out on a date at least once a week if you can. Once a week. I don't care if you're saving up for race car parts. You chose to have this girl in your life. So if you have to wait longer to buy these race car parts because you got to go and take your girlfriend out on a date every week, you signed up for that. But this video is going to be about the first one. If you acted like a woman and you over pursued, I think is like the most likely case for reasons why women break up with men. I know this has happened to me for sure. I can look at my last girlfriend, and while I wouldn't directly pinpoint it to this behavior, I know looking back at my behavior that I definitely over pursued for sure. Now we're going to focus on how attraction works between men and women. The rest of this video is going to be teaching you how to act like a man. Let me go ahead and touch on some couple things. The phone is for setting dates. So in the past, when I was with this girlfriend, I would text her things like good morning, good night. I would send her like big ass love messages just randomly. I would randomly like double, triple, quadruple, fucking quintuple text her like pictures of like the cats, and then I would even say like, I'm just talking to myself at this point. You don't have to reply back to that. In the moment, like, yeah, I was saying, hey, I'm just texting you, but like I'm talking to myself. Don't worry about this. But when you look at your phone and you've got like 17 text messages, 9 pictures of the cats, and maybe like 1 video of them playing, and then like 6 other text messages, bro, that's overwhelming as shit. I never had a dad growing up in my life that taught me how to behave around women. I grew up with my mom, so I basically grew up just learning what it's like to be a woman instead of a man. So I've had to teach myself over the course of my 29 years how to be a fucking man. This is why I am preaching so heavily on learning to become a more attractive man in this video, because I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I made. This is going to apply for younger men especially, but older men as well. So use the phone just for setting dates. When you're in a relationship with a girl, she's going to text you every time she thinks about you. Ideally, we want your girlfriend to text you first 100% of the time. Women are naturally designed to do the pursuing. If your girlfriend texts you every single day, which she will when she's thinking about you, and then let's say like a week goes by and you don't hear from her, well, if it's 7 days and you don't hear from your girlfriend and you guys aren't living together, then you can text her and be like, hey babe, how you been? Like, hey, let's hang out, okay? So if you guys do not live together and you have not heard from your girlfriend in 7 days, she pulled back for whatever reason, you should text her and try to set up a date. And then once her feelings for you creep back up, then she'll go back to texting you every day. But if you're ever in a situation with a girlfriend where it's like 50-50, or you are the one texting her first more than she's texting you, you are over pursuing. You ever heard that rule, like the 80-20 rule? The girlfriend should be texting you 80% of the time, and then you should reach out first 20% of the time, which means that if she texts you first 6 days a week, it would be okay for you to text her first 1 day a week. But ideally, we want the girl to text you first every single time, because you got to think of dating like sales, bro. Real salesmen, and I've spent a fuck ton of money on sales, and you can learn a lot from Jeremy Miner. Real salesmen know that if we can get the prospect that we're talking to convince themselves that they want what we have to sell, you are more likely to make that sale. So if your girlfriend is always texting you first, she wants you as her boyfriend. She's the one doing the work to keep you in her life. And if she's chasing you, which is what she's doing, she can't be getting rid of you. I hope that makes sense. So every single time your girlfriend reaches out, or in this case your ex-girlfriend, assume she wants to see you and then set up a date. And that's it. And then as soon as you set up a date, try to end the conversation if possible. Let me touch on what to do if your ex comes back, and then if you're dating. So if you're dating your girlfriend, you're likely going to hear from her like 2 or 3 times a day. So in that case, it's okay to like text your girlfriend. But again, I would try to end the conversation with her if possible. Ideally, we don't want to get caught up in talking to your girlfriend all day, every day, because we need to give the girl time and space away from you so she can think about you. And when she thinks about you or talks about you to like her friends or family, she's gonna, her emotions for you, her feelings are gonna go up. If this is your ex-girlfriend, which is what we're talking about in this video, if you do hear from your ex-girlfriend again, so if it's been 8 months like it did for me, and your ex texts you, assume she wants to see you, immediately ask this girl when she's free. I don't care what she says. Immediately say, hey, Name, it's great to hear from you. I would love to see you. When are you free to get together? And then her answer is going to determine if she wants to see you or not. Let's say that you guys do hang out. Your ex-girlfriend needs to do 100% of the pursuing. So you know how I just said the 80-20 rule, where it's okay for you to text your girlfriend once a week? Not anymore. You will never text this girl. It has to be her every single time. Why? Because I just told you, women need to work for your attention. And if this girl pushed you away, she said she doesn't want to be with you anymore, you send her a text message, or you do something like you send her a gift or flowers, or you do something to try to be on good terms and leave the door open so you might hear from her in the future, you're reaching out to her, not the other way around, and you're going to fuck everything up. So if it's been like 4 months since you've heard from your ex, and then you decide to text her something like, hey, I know it's been a long time since we've talked. I don't need a response from you, but I just want to go ahead and apologize for my behavior when we were together. Looking back now, I know that I could have been a better person, and I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. Hope you're doing well. Or you say something like that. Like you leave like a clean slate message, something fucking stupid like that. Well, she's going to get that message, and in your head, you're going to think that you're doing something good by sending that. However, you're doing two things wrong here. Number one, you are showing the girl that you're still available. And if she knows that you're still available like 4 months later, she's not going to be in any rush to try to get back with you if she was thinking about it. And the second thing, if you understand that every human has to go through a grieving process, so when we experience loss, the way we get over that emotionally, the way our nervous system gets over loss emotionally is by grieving, going through like sadness, denial, anger, pain, like that. We go through a whole process. When she broke up with you, you immediately experienced what is called separation anxiety. Your ex-girlfriend, and this is assuming you guys had an emotional bond together. I like to think this is after the 6-month mark. So if you guys were dating for 6 months or more, you likely have an emotional bond. If it's less, it's still possible, but not as likely. If she had an emotional bond, it doesn't matter if she's in a rebound or not. She will feel that separation anxiety at some point in time. But if you text her 4 or 5 months in and no contact, you're going to reset that anxiety because she's sitting here wondering if you moved on, if you found somebody else, if things could get better, and then she hears from you. She's like, oh, okay, never mind. He's still there. Cool. You just fucked everything up, bro. And then you're displaying the exact same behavior that she broke up with you for. So if you were over pursuing and acting like a fucking woman, and then you're sending her a message saying like, I'm sorry, I wish I would have done better, I'm a better man now, but or some stupid shit like that, whatever you send, it doesn't matter. You're still sending her a message first. She's gonna know that you haven't fucking changed. And then you're gonna ruin everything for you. The best thing you can do, no matter what, is if you get broken up with, do not talk to that girl ever again. You need to be a man, and you need to wait for that girl to reach out to you. You don't know if she's going to. You're going to be sitting in uncertainty, and one of the 6 human needs is a need for certainty. That is the reason why you're wanting to send your ex-girlfriend a text message or a gift or letters or flowers or something, because you want an answer to fill that uncertainty. Is it going to be good or bad? You don't know, but majority of the time, it's not going to be what you wanted. Remember this, a man's job is to focus on everything else in life but the relationship. The woman's job is to focus on the relationship. This is why I say the phone is for setting dates. If you hear from your ex-girlfriend, set up a date and then plan a date with her and then stop talking to her and then go about your business. And then when that date happens, all you need to do is hang out, have fun, and hook up. Do not talk about the past relationship. Your behavior here matters. We need the girl to pursue you. If you start texting her or calling her or asking her to hang out before she reaches out to you first, you're going back to the same insecure, needy, oh, I need to know if you still like me behavior that you fucking did in the past. And that's the woman's job. If a woman doesn't know where she stands with you, her attraction for you is going to go up. This is just how women behave. I get it's annoying, and I get when we really like a girl, we want to always be with her. We want to always talk to her. But this is where your emotional discipline needs to come in. Unfortunately, you have to look at relationships as like playing a game. We need the girl chasing you, not the other way around. Think of dating like a game of tennis. Except now, she's got to be the one hitting the ball in your court first every single time. So you're in no contact. She texts you. Great. Ask her to hang out. You guys hang out. Guess what? It resets. You need to wait for her to text you first. again, and then you set up another date to hang out. And then you guys hang out, okay? And then guess what? It resets. You need to wait for her to text you. Then when she texts you, you plan a date to hang out. And then you guys hang out. And it resets every single time. If you guys do get back into a relationship, this does not change anything. You still wait for her to text you first. Because if you start texting her first, at any point in time, she's going to know that you're reverting back to your insecure fucking behavior. You are now pursuing her. This all boils down to understanding communication. We want the girl to be the one communicating with you first, not the other way around. Your job is to go out and find other women that would potentially want to date you, instead of wondering and worrying and thinking about if your ex is going to come back. I get you're going to think about her quite often. There's no avoiding that. But you're going to get to a point where you think about her, and then, every day that goes by, it's going to be less and less. You'll still think about her, but you're going to be worried about meeting other women, and then meeting other women is going to become easier. And then, ironically, when you start focusing on meeting new women, you might think about your ex, but you could care less if you hear from her or not. You'd be like, oh, I would like to hear from her, but I'm not going to wait around. I'm going to go and meet Cynthia and Cindy and Lucy and Brittany. I'm going to go talk to these girls. And then when you move on, guess what? You're displaying masculine behavior, which is what I just told you. Leave your fucking ex-girlfriend alone permanently for the rest of your life. And then she's going to start missing you, and she's going to, if she wants to come back, hey. And then guess what? She reached out, you set up a date, you hang out, and then it resets. You wait to hear from her, she reaches out, you set up a date, you hang out, it resets. To finish the video, if you guys get back into a relationship, she has to bring it up. She needs to be the one to bring up getting back into a relationship. And when she does, then, if you guys get back together, cool. But remember, she still has to be the one to reach out to you. Unless you get to a point where she starts complaining that she is the one that always does the texting. Then it's okay to go back to the 80-20 rule, where you text her once a week randomly. And all you're doing is you're just showing her that you're thinking about her and you care. But it's random. It could be a good morning. It could be a good night. It could be just a random note in the middle of the week. But if you go back to being the one to text your girlfriend first, more than she's texting you, you're going back to acting like a woman. This video breaks down to just understanding communication between the two. If she broke up with you and you want her back and you want to keep her back, she needs to be the one chasing you, not the other way around. And that simply comes down to this. Let her reach out to you first. Let women come to you at their own pace. So when she reaches out, assume she wants to see you, set up a date, hang out with her, have fun, and hook up. And then when you guys separate, you're going to wait to hear from her again. And if you guys live together in the future, well, guess what? She's still going to text you throughout the day. And then you could say things like you set up a date with her, and then just say, hey, babe, I got a busy day, but I will see you when I get home. And then you don't talk to her, and then you'll see her when you get home. This is how you're going to keep your ex in your life if she comes back into your life. Watch this video a couple times. This boils down to just understanding communication. But I covered the 3 reasons why girls break up with you. And then I went into the first 2 very briefly. But the first one is you over pursuing and acting like a woman. I really focused on that one because most guys, myself included, we don't know any better. We don't know why that's bad to do that. We don't know the reasons behind attraction. And I just taught you in this video. It's like sales. The girl needs to want you more than you want the girl. Because if that's what's happening, she's going to work to keep you in her life. And if she's working to keep you in her life, she's not going to be breaking up with you. If you guys have any other comments you want to leave down below to add to this, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I would love to see them. I'm sure other people would love to see them as well. Hey, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Listen, if you're a guy right now that wants to work on becoming a better man, whether that can be with relationships, getting your ex back, just having a better life, book a one-on-one coaching call with me down below. Let me help you. I know I can. Work with me for an hour, and we'll work on whatever it is you need to work on, man. With that being said, gentlemen, hey, if you like this video, check out this one right here, man. You're going to love that one as well. And gentlemen, I will see you in the next one.